Biocera Light. Application procedures. Base preparation. Mask where the surface meets doorways, frames, plinths, etc. with masking tape. Apply masking tape 3 mm away from the board to allow for a coating thickness of 2.5 mm plus a relief margin of 0.5 mm. Use only LN putty from our company. Mix 1 kilogram of LN putty with half a liter of fresh, clean water to make a paste. Mix only the amount of paste that can be applied within 1 hour. Cover the screw heads with the paste. Apply the paste 60 mm wide along the plasterboard joints. Stick LN mesh tape on top of the paste and rub down the joint until it becomes smooth. Apply the paste and mesh tape to the internal and external corners in the same way. It is recommended to use a two-way corner angle, 3K, to support the external corners for an easy application and a smooth finish. After a short while, the joint valleys may protrude. Press down the bulging paste with a trowel to smooth it out. Wait more than 30 minutes for the joints to dry. Apply the paste more than 250 millimeters wide and rub down until it becomes smooth. If the width is too narrow, the joint will protrude visibly when the light catches it from one side. The LN putty will turn white when it dries out. Mixing. You will need to have the recommended amount of fresh, clean water ready. Pour some of the water into a plastic bucket for plastering, 300 millimeter diameter, first, and then add the product, and mix them with the high-speed agitator. Gradually add the rest of the water and the product while mixing thoroughly. To ensure a thorough mix, use a large agitator with rounded blades to prevent the fine strands of fiber in the mix from tangling around it. Remember to remove the residue sticking to the sides of the plastic bucket and mix it in too. Mix thoroughly until the fine strands of fiber in the paste disappear. Be aware that insufficient mixing can cause color irregularity. Wait for 10 minutes until the product fully absorbs the water. Mix the paste for 2 minutes. There are a few points to be aware of. This product is a lime-based plaster. Never mix additional fresh new product with a batch already mixed. You cannot use mixtures made from different mixing times on the same surface either. You should therefore calculate the amount of materials needed to cover the wall in preparation for mixing. Wash all tools, including buckets, after making and using each batch. Do not use water used to clean the tools. Doing so will cause color irregularity. Always add only the specified amount of water and carefully follow the mixing times for pre-mixing, settling, and final mixing. Avoid applying when the air temperature is 5 degrees Celsius or cooler. If this is not avoidable, manage the room temperature as carefully as possible. Application. There are a few points to be aware of. Finish the application within 1 hour after mixing the product and water. If you apply a layer of the product of less than 2.5 millimeters, it may fail to harden properly, or color irregularity or pattern defects may be caused by aggregated rolling. Close windows and entrances for a period of up to 12 hours from the time of application to protect the surface. About 12 hours after application, generally the next day, thoroughly ventilate the room to dry the plaster. This will prevent dry spots and mold. You can apply quickly as the base layer does not have to be uniform at this stage. The standard painting thickness is 2.5 millimeters. Apply a base layer of approximately 1.5 millimeters to the plaster boards. This will help the finished surface to dry evenly. Wait for 10 to 15 minutes after applying the base layer before applying another layer of 2.5 millimeters. Smooth out the plaster immediately to flatten out uneven areas. It is okay to leave some strokes of a trowel. Do not plaster repeatedly. Finish. Finishing patterns. The finished look will vary depending on the pressure and angle of the trowel and who applies it. Those working with this product are encouraged to make a sample themselves and check it before application. Kotenome, trowel stroke finish. Hold the finishing trowel flat on the surface and move it as if you were pulling the plaster. Move it as if drawing a figure 8 resting on its side. Tsuchirogote, styrofoam trowel stroke finish. Smooth out the surface with a styrofoam trowel and move it from right to left as if drawing fan shapes. Hikizuri, drag and lift finish. Hold the finishing trowel sideways and press the tip down while dragging it back about 15 to 30 centimeters from left to right. Repeat the strokes in rows in an alternating pattern similar to rows of interlocking bricks. Arabake, coarse bristle brush finish. Slowly brush the surface horizontally with the specified bristle brush. For the best result, do not brush over long distances. Instead, use short strokes of about 50 to 70 centimeters long. Once the lines are done, check the firmness of the surface for the desired effect and lightly flatten the grain lines by skimming a plastic blade horizontally over the surface. Wadachi, furrow pattern. Use the set of specified ribbed rollers. Roll the specified ribbed roller slowly up and down to make a furrow pattern. Then move the roller one groove width to the right to make another furrow pattern, this time narrowing the width of the furrow. Be sure to read and understand these procedures thoroughly before applying this product. Takachiho Shirasu Corporation.